On this video, we're going to be rewriting a quadratic function to find its vertex and sketch its graph. We've been doing videos like this for a while. There's previous videos, so you can look to those for more help. Okay, so what we're going to do on these two problems is we're going to use completing the square to solve this. Okay, so completing the square, recall, is that one where you try to make something into a perfect square trinomial and then factor it. And you have to do that by doing b over 2 squared. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Y is equal to negative 3x squared plus 6x plus 1. Okay, so first find your a. A is equal to negative 3. It's the number out front. Factor it out of the first two terms. So that's dividing it out, right? So this term divided by negative 3 is just x squared. This one divided by negative 3 is negative 2x. Okay, and then plus 1. All right. And then after that, find this number. That will be your b. So it'll be b over 2 squared, right? So our b is negative 2. So negative 2 over 2 squared will be negative 1 squared. You can't see, which is 1. Now this will be the number that it factors into, this thing right here. Okay, but we are going to add a 1 here. And then over here, we have to undo what we just added. So what did we just add? We just added a 1, right? But it was being multiplied by negative 3, right? So if you multiply this times this, what do you actually get? Negative 3. That's what we added to both sides. So when you subtract it, you have to do the opposite. So we will do plus, or actually we'll do minus negative 3 times 1. That takes care of the negative 3 times 1 that we just did. Now we subtracted the same thing off. Okay, which notice negative will actually be a positive. All right, so this factors into negative 3. Remember, this is the number on the inside, so it'll be x minus 1 squared. And if you want to factor this thing, that's what it'll turn out to be. Plus 1, and then minus, what is this thing? Now, it won't be minus, it'll be plus, right? Plus 3. Okay, so it'll give you y is equal to negative 3 times x minus 1 squared plus 4. Okay, there's our vertex. Okay, so this is the vertex form, and this is the vertex. So let's write it in vertex form first. Negative 3 times x minus 1 squared plus 4. Okay, and then the vertex would be opposite of this, same as this, 1, 4. Okay, we should graph this, so we can go to 1, 4, 1 on the x, 4 on the y. And we graph this by figuring out what our a is. Our a is negative 3. And our 3a is equal to negative 9. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch previous videos that I've made. Okay, so our a is negative, so it is going to be a rounding face. It's opening down, so we'll be moving over and down. So over 1, down 3, down a, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. We do the other side as well, and then over again and down 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9. Okay, and here is our parabola. Okay, let's do the same on this one over here. So we've got, let me get over here. We've got, okay, here's our function. We factor out the a, which is 2, out of the first two terms. So it would be y is equal to 2 out front, x squared minus 8x, and then plus 29. It's here. And then we take this negative 8, divide by 2 and square it. So that's negative 4 squared, which is 16. Okay, so we'll add the 16 here, and then we'll subtract it over here. So it's being added in here with this parentheses, which is getting multiplied by the 2. So x squared minus 8x plus 16 plus 29. And now let's subtract the thing that we just added. So minus, here's the 2, and here is the 16. Okay, so we're just adding 2 times 16 and then subtracting 2 times 16. All right, and this will factor into x minus 4. It's always going to be this number. So this will factor into 2 times x minus 4 squared. Let's see, this is negative 32. That's 29, so negative 3. Okay, so your vertex of this problem is 4 comma negative 3. Remember, it's the same as opposite of the first sign, same as the second sign. This is in vertex form. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Let's go ahead and figure out what is our A. It's 2. What is our 3A? It's 6. Is this one opening up or down? Well, it's positive. So smiley face, it's opening up. Let's go to our vertex, 4, negative 3. And then we'll go over 1, up 2. So over 1, up 2, over 1, up 2. And then over 1, up 6. Over 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And there is the graph of the parabola. Okay, on these two, we're going to be using the negative b over 2a method to figure out the vertex. So for the first one, what's our a? It's the number in front of x squared, that's 3. What's our b? Negative 18. We don't need to know our c for this. So it's negative b over 2a. So x is equal to negative b, so negative 18 over 2 times 3. This negative came from the formula. This one came from the fact that it was an 18 in the equation. All right, so positive 18 over 6, which is 3. So x equals 3 is the first part of the vertex. Now we need to take that 3, plug it into the function to get the other part of the vertex. Okay, so y is equal to 3 times 3 squared minus 18 times 3 plus 26. Okay, so that's, let's see, 9 times 3 is 27. 18 times 3, 54. So minus 54. And then plus 26. Let's see, what do these two add up to give you? 53. So 53 minus 54 is negative 1. So our y portion is negative 1. Okay, and if you wanted to write it in vertex form, it would look like this. The a goes out front. There's the 3 times, let's see, x minus 3 squared plus negative 1 or minus 1. Okay, now does this graph open up or down? It's a positive out here, so smiley face. Okay, and our a is equal to 3, so our 3a is equal to 6. Oh, 9, not 6, 9. Okay, so let's graph this. We go to 3, negative 1, 3x, negative 1 on the y, okay? And then we go over 1 and up 3, over 1 and 1, 2, 3. And then we go over 1 again and up 9, which that'll be off the graph. It'll be at, let's see, 11. So it'll be like right here and right here, okay? And there is the graph of our parabola. Okay, last problem. So we're going to use also the negative b over 2a method here. So we've got y is equal to negative 2x squared minus 8x minus 3. A is 2, right? It's the number, or negative 2. It's the number up front. And we can go ahead and say, since that's negative, this is opening downward. Right. Okay. So let's factor the negative 2 out of the first two terms. Oh, we're not doing it that way. We're doing the negative b over 2a. So negative b, x is equal to negative b over 2a. Our a is negative 2. Our b is negative 8. So that's negative times negative 8 over 2 times negative 2. It's a lot of negatives. So we got 8 over negative 4, which is negative 2. So the x portion of the vertex is negative 2. We can plug that negative 2 into the function to get our y. So y is equal to negative 2 times negative 2 squared minus 8 times negative 2 minus 3. Let's see. This will be positive 4 times 2 is negative 8. So -8, this will be positive 16 minus 3. So those two give us -11, and this is positive 16, so it's 5. Y is equal to 5. Okay, so 5 is the other portion. Okay, in vertex form, you would look like this. The -2 goes in front because that's the A, and then it would be x minus a -2, so x plus 2 squared, and then plus 5. And that's it.